Yeah, good morning, students. Here I am going to discuss about Unit 5, Part 1. So, following are the topics to be discussed: basic scripts concept, expressions, decision making statements, repetition, special parameters and variables, changing positional parameters. Going to the first topic, basic script. So here we need to understand what is a script. So in the last couple of classes, we are discussing about Korn shell programming. So I already said what is a script. So once again, I repeat the definition for a script. A shell script is a text file that contains executable commands. So whatever may be the script which we are writing, so it is a text file. It contains executable commands. We can execute any commands at the shell prompt, right? So we are executing all the script which is written by us within a prompt. A long set of commands that are going to be executed more than once. It should be executed using a script file, right? So this particular script file is being created by us, so the script is going to be executed within your prompt itself. So here you need to remember a script is a text file. So this text file contains a set of executable commands, so those commands will be executed one by one. All right, take for example, so here we have a simple diagram. Whenever we are creating a script file, so the script file will have a name, so we call it as a script name. So this particular script name is going to be executed within your prompt, so within your command prompt, right? So here the script, you can see the script file. So in this particular file, so there is a first line. We'll talk about that, what is a first line. So and then there are some set of commands will be available. This particular commands will be executed one after the another. All right, so this is a script. So this script can take an input. So the input can be taken from a keyboard, or input can be from your file itself, right? The script file at any time, so it can take an input. So if it is taking an input, means input can be taken by your keyboard. At the same time, input can be given through your file itself, right? When the script is executed successfully, so the script will generate an output file. So the output will be displayed within a monitor, right? Whatever may be the script which is executed within your prompt. So this script will be the output of a particular script will be displayed within your screen. So at the same time, so there is another provision within the Linux environment. I can redirect the output of a particular script to a file itself, right? So I can redirect. I can redirect to the entire output of a particular script program to a file also, right? So once a script is executed, so and then we can say the exit status of a particular script will be a 0, right? So this exit status will be recorded within a variable, so we call it as a question mark, right? So here it can be a script program, or it can be any command within a prompt which we are executing. So when we executed particular script, or when we executed any command within a prompt, means if the command or the script program got executed, so successfully executed, it results the return value, right? So within the exit status, right? So I can have the exit status of a particular command, or I can have the exit status of a script file from a variable, we call it as question mark, right? Within a question mark, if I type, so I can get a value. right? So 0. So if it is 0, it indicates that the script is executed successfully. If it results 1 means other than 0 means, so it indicates that the script is not executed successfully, right? So this is about the basic script concept. Here the diagrammatically we need to understand the script. So the script we are executing within a prompt. So the script may take an input from a keyboard. The script will generate an output. When the script is executed successfully, it will redirect the output into a file or within your monitor, right? So here you can see one example for a script program. So the first line we call it as interpreter designated line, right? Has not been bash. So here we are trying to execute this particular script program with the help of shell. We call it as bash shell. So and then we have some comment line. So this particular comment line says about what is the purpose of a program. So what exactly we are trying to do with this particular program. So for understanding purpose we are using comment lines, right? So after this particular comment line we are going to write a set of commands. So all these commands will be executed one after the another. The first command we call it as an echo command. So within the echo command we are trying to pass an argument within a quotation, enter the file name with an absolute path name, read input file name, right? So here we are trying to read this input file, right? Input file in terms of absolute path, right? So echo input absolute path name, so read destination path name, right? So here this particular program is to copy a file from source to the destination, to copy a file from source file to the destination file. Here I am reading the source file, here I am reading the destination file, right? So here in the same manner, if minus d dollar destination directory path, if the directory destination directory is existing, if it is a directory, then copy command will function. Copy the source file, dollar input file indicates that whatever may be the path name which we specified, we given as an input here, so it will be used as a source file, and then whatever may be the destination path name which I given as an input here, it will be considered as a destination path name. So here a copy command will copy from source content to the destination content. If there is no directory path, right, if this particular if command got failed, and then it goes to the else prompt. So within else prompt it is going to create a one directory with that particular name which given as an input, right? So it creates a directory and then copy will function, right? So this is a simple script, right? So in this particular script you can see a set of commands are available. So this particular commands will be executed one after the another, right? So this thing we need to understand when we talk about a script, right? So another important thing within script when we are studying about a script means a script components. So every script has a three parts. So one is interpreter designated line, so another one is a comment line, shell commands. So interpreter designated line, the first line in your script program, so it is a designated line. It tells the Unix the path to appropriate shell interpreter. So here this particular interpreter designated line says about the script which is written by you. So it need to use which shell, so whether it need to use a bash shell or whether it need to use a K shell. So it tells the appropriate shell. So this particular shell will be available within your corresponding directory under the root within a bin directory. So with the help of that particular shell, your command your program shell program is going to be executed, right? So the first line we call it as interpreter designated line. So this is the interpreter designation, has not been bash. So this thing you need to remember, the first line we call it as interpreter designated line. So and then coming to the second line, Just see, within the interpreter designated line, the line is beginning with a profound sign, and we call it as a bang hash not. So we also call it as hash not. There cannot be even a blank line before it, right? So before this particular character, so there must not be a blank space. So always use the designated line to ensure that the correct interpreter. The system name for the Korn shell is KSH, right? So here, when we are trying to execute your script with the help of a Korn shell means, so we need to use a KSH, right? So this is a case. So if it is a bash means, here we can use a BASH. If it is a KSH, Korn shell means we use a KSH, right? So this is about the first part within your shell script. The second part we call it as a comment line. So comment lines or comments or documentation we add to your script. So it is for better understanding purpose. So here the comments are given for your script for what purpose means, so for better understanding purpose. So whoever may be the person seeing your script, so he must be in a position to understand, so this particular program is what the job of a particular program, what is an objective of a particular program, so what the program will do. So this can be easily understood with the help of a comment line. So here the comment line need to begin with hash. All right, so just I given a simple example, hash script colon doc dot sh, right? So doc is a program name, script name, so dot sh is a extension. So dot sh is an extension. Extension means we are writing a C program, program 1 dot c, our extension will be dot c. If it is a C plus dot cpp, so in the same manner, so if it is a shell, it has a dot sh extension, right? So here the people, we are giving an indication to the people. So this is the program name is a dot, and then this is a script file, and then given next command start here. So after this, so the commands are going to be started. So like this, so we are giving a comment line for better understanding purpose for the users. So the comment line is very mandatory for having a better programmer. So within your program, we need to include the comment line for better understanding purpose, right? So and then coming to the third part within the script, we call it as commands. So the most important part of the script is its command. So they will not be executed until we execute the script, right? So whatever may be the commands which are available within your script, so those commands will be executed. When it is going to be executed means whenever we are executing this particular script, so within your prompt, when we execute the script within a prompt, so and then all the commands which are part of your script, it will be executed one after the another, right? So here you need to keep in mind, so with a script is a text file, so that particular text file contains a set of commands. So when those commands will be executed here means when you run the script within your prompt, right? So here the commands can be in different ways, right? So the commands can be in a different ways. Command we'll see about that, right? Another important thing we need to keep in mind when we are writing a script means, so if there is a possibility, so we can execute one or more commands in a single line. So in your script file, so I can have two commands in a single line itself, right? So if the scenario is like this, so here the two commands need to be separated with command separator, we call it as a comma, right? So we need to use a comma in between the two commands. So commands in the script should be separated from each other with a semicolon or a new line, right? So take for example, I have a command chmod 777 file 1. So here it is a one command, right? So this command chmod is going to change the file permissions for a file 1. So after changing the file permissions, so I am trying to see the file 1 whether all permissions are applied or not, so by using ls-l, right? So I can do this in the next instance also. Whenever I execute this first command, immediately will get a prompt. So and then the second instance, within a prompt I can type ls-l followed with file name